men. So Pisces men, you knew years ago that shit. If you keep on doing this, your back gonna be hunchback of Notre Dame. And God says shit, we preventing all that every single day. And y'all don't even know that shit. Even these chairs is working on her lumbar and saying, you know what, we shifting so much, and you be like, damn, ain't nobody been up in you, boo. Shit. And you can tell when bitches been fucked on and when they have not. And you like, ain't that the truth? So you don't want to tell people that shit. A lot of y'all is looking like, yeah, that bitch don't want nobody close to them. And a lot of y'all can tell when women want to be just left the fuck alone at the bar. Y'all be acting like when women come out in their thing and get dressed and stuff and want to sit down and just have a drink. Sit down and chill and everything. You don't want no nigga to try to come and get between their legs and all that other stuff. And you already knew that years ago. And one thing about y'all Pisces men, y'all will let a bitch chill. Y'all will let a bitch do whatever the fuck a bitch want to do. You be like, yeah, bitch, I know you want to chill and shit. You don't want me all up in your face. And you know that too. See? And that's what you forgot. A lot of y'all Pisces men have became what? Fucking stalkers, nigga. Y'all forgot y'all original MO. Y'all forgot the original state of your fucking mind. And you knew that damn women will eventually come to you once you a cool ass motherfucker. But then you forgot about that. And then you start to try to, you know what, get people to do this, get people to do that. They said, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You was never like that before. But that's what that high can do to your ass. You can forget who the fuck you was. And a lot of y'all Pisces men used to be some cool ass motherfuckers. Y'all used to be cool, nigga. Like, shit. The bitch be like, that nigga ain't gonna fuck with you, shit, but I'm gonna go over there and talk to him and see what the fuck he on, cause you know what, that's a cool ass motherfucker. And women like cool ass niggas. Women don't like men that's all up in their face 24/7, 7 days a week and everything, and that's trying to what? Interrupt their motherfucking status quo to what the fuck they doing, cause that already tells them that you don't what? Care about them. And women be like, shit, I don't give a fuck about you either, nigga. And then after that shit, where is the love you said you give to me? And that could be fucked up. I said, when women give you love, they'll give you love as long as you giving them love. And you already knew that too. I said, shit, I know that bitch. And I drove all the way out there and that bitch gave me even more love. And I said, ain't that the truth? But you started doing some fuckery, fucked up ass shit. And I said, I don't know why God is sitting up here letting this bitch go through this and letting this bitch go through that, but she gonna be even better pretty soon. And y'all don't even like this, but shit, we gotta keep clearing this shit up out of our bodies, baby. And you like, yeah, cause them niggas was fucking us up at Blondie's even years ago. And nobody knew it. And your ass didn't even know that they was really fucking you up at that one Burke Street too. And your ass was going to Burke Street like a motherfucker. And they was fucking you up, baby. I said, yeah, they didn't deserve your loyalty. See? Like shit. And what the fuck is this blow pop shit at, bitch? Where the blow pop at? So I can go ahead and see that and act like you a hoe too. Your ass want to put in blow pop bitches and see if that pops up anywhere. And God said, that's kind of catastrophic that you looking for this blow pop that bitch had years ago. And they like, yeah, that's them niggas right there. And that's y'all truth. Stick around. So God says stick around, but we have PCP water delivery is here. A lot of people don't even know shit. And even in this damn little bitty bottle, they could have all kind of shit up in there. But this water is the best water for anybody that's going through cleansing their body here too. And they like, ain't that the truth? So stay focused, boo. The Ace of Wands is energy is here and the bad one. So whoever you getting ready to have a passion, new beginning with, okay, you ain't gonna like this because you know what? Them bitches don't want to fuck with you like that. They may end up saying, you know what? I know you want me to keep on being your play sister, but I don't want to play sisters no more. And I don't want to play like I'm your sister, your cousin, your brother, anything like that. Can you hit me up? And you're going to be like, what? But that's your real sister. And you're going to be like, why the fuck are you coming at me like this? And she going to start kissing on you and rubbing on you and all this other stuff and everything. And unfortunately, you know what? She going to get you to the point where you're going to be like, bitch, get the fuck off of me. We family, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you have on or whatever the fuck case may be. You is my family, hoe. And that's what you told somebody years ago. And you almost beat her ass. And she like, shit, I know we family. Let me get the fuck up out of here. And God said, ain't that the truth? It says they cannot wait to receive nothing back again. It says she knew you wasn't going to fill out all of that paperwork, but pending will not work still. It says you look like no one they know, and that makes them uncomfortable. And that's kind of fucked up that everybody who works in these areas and spaces that have jobs that's supposed to be fulfilling these fiduciary contractual agreements just to follow the motherfucking qualifications, follow what they need to do, and that's it. But they want to go off of things past of what they have created in their own mind, an extension of the job task that they supposed to be completing. And that's what the fuck you don't know yet. So something here is going to be exposed not only to you, but to everybody else. But I ain't gonna be able to get it because you know what? I'm always sitting up here doing other things, but something is gonna hit everybody pretty soon. Yeah, it says getting out of jail soon. And y'all not gonna want to know this, but shit. Even your sister is saying, you know what? I did have an apartment over there. And how the fuck did I have an apartment over there when I never ever lived there ever before? And God said, see, these motherfuckers can do a lot of shit. And they always want to sit up here and act like this and act like that. I said, why this bitch keep on saying she lived here? Because she did. And I said, ain't that the truth? We know she did. And a lot of y'all can't even lie. See? And y'all don't even want to give them a reference, but y'all looking like shit. Let me give them a reference. Because they was taking care of a lot of things and clearing out a lot of shit and making sure this was okay, making sure that was okay, and making sure that nigga ate when he didn't even want to eat. And he like, yeah. And she was. It says this area is really abandoned but acting like it's thriving. It says lower these rent prices. And that's what a lot of people need to do. So stick around, okay? Take care of what you need to take care of. No more dairy products, boo. A lot of y'all already know that shit. You don't even want to drink this PCP water. And some of y'all can tell when PCP is in something. And even God is saying, ain't that the truth? A lot of motherfuckers don't want people to know this and don't want people to know that. But shit, that shit gonna take care of so many things even further. And they saying, don't we know it? I don't know what you're doing and I don't know why you're doing it this way, but shit, all of us need to do it this way. And everybody's looking like, ain't that the truth? Mother is here. So you're about to have a horrible new beginning with someone that you could have slid in. And she like, you know what? I think that's why that nigga was so nice to me that day. Because I think he really set up his mama to get wet up and everything. And she like, you know what? Why these niggas looking at me like they done already been up in my body? And that's what motherfuckers will do. When motherfuckers get too comfortable and all the other shit and everything. And initially they was all scared and nervous and shit. That's because they already done fucked on you, boo. And grandma said, watch these niggas. All of them. And I said, I'm watching them. And grandma said, ain't that the truth? But you want to say, Gama. Hey, Gama. And that's her truth. So change is in the air. So whoever you're about to bring back or bring up and act like, you know what, nobody has seen that picture. We done seen that picture too. And God said, we still got that picture. And you act like that hasn't been out there. I said, you ain't go down far enough. And when you go down far enough, your ass be like, oh, I guess she did put herself not out there, but she was hanging with all these fucked up ass fuckery motherfuckers. And I said, she wasn't fucked up? Not at all. But everybody else was. And everybody else couldn't see, everybody else couldn't walk, everybody else couldn't talk. But that bitch said, I'm gonna go get some lipstick up out of the car. And the next thing you know, shit, that bitch was gone. I said, what happened to that one bitch, y'all? I said, what one bitch? Yeah, she gone. And that's her MO. And God said, ain't that the truth? It says secret millionaires are getting food stamps. And y'all don't even know that there's a lot of millionaires out here. And they always trying to mingle in with the broke people and act like, you know what, it's okay. But that's catastrophic that so many millionaires could be out here and they will always find their way to the broke areas and be like, yeah, I ain't got nothing either. Damn. I'ma live just like this because then everybody will know I'm really broke and shit. And God said, that's unfortunate for y'all here, boo. Yeah, it says Ohio is here. So you don't want to tell people that shit. A lot of niggas is getting out of jail in Ohio. And that Ohio says shit, you're gonna have a whole new slew of niggas out there. Them niggas says shit, we don't fuck on each other, but you come through, boo, we get you. Hey baby, come here. Get your ass over here real quick, nigga, so I can talk to you. And sometimes, you know what? Women be getting all mushy gushy and everything. Be like, damn, nigga, you ain't have to talk to me all that aggressive. Fuck you. I ain't coming over there for shit. And that nigga said, look, I'm going to tell you one other time, nigga. Get your ass over here so I can see what the fuck you got going on. And that's them Ohio player niggas. They be like, yeah, if that bitch come on this one, shit, you know you're going to have to go over there with that bitch. And you like, ain't that the truth? I said a lot of these bitches going to talk shit back. And y'all don't like shit ass talking bitches. And I said, bitch, you did come to the KY. And you did come up in the bar. And you was talking and everything. And everybody acted like you was supposed to shut the fuck up. I said, why she got to shut up? We in the bar and shit. It's so quiet up in here. Damn, hello? Hello? That bitch said, damn, y'all some motherfucking what? No men? It's kind of catastrophic when you go in the bar in the KY and ain't nobody saying shit. Everybody is real quiet in KY. Kentucky, boo. Especially Louisville. I went through Louisville and I'll never go back to Louisville. Fuck Louisville. Louisville ain't shit. But I do like them drive up motherfucking okay liquor stores though. That's my shit, boo. And I remember the white cup and the okay the square ice and shit. Yeah, she been there. I have. See? And fuck Louisville. I'll never go to that place ever again. And what's up with windstorms and shit? They be making it windy and want all y'all motherfuckers to not have what? Y'all side mirrors. And they be like, ain't that the truth? I think these niggas just come through and be bashing people's side mirrors off. And they do. They do it on purpose too. And they use their motherfucking snowplow trucks to do that shit. And y'all don't even know because ain't none of y'all paying attention because after 4 a.m. all y'all knocked the fuck out. So pay attention. Wake up at about 3:35 and just be standing outside. And you'll be like, damn, take a picture. And when you take a picture, that shit gonna go viral to realize that, you know what? A lot of these motherfucking insurance companies have not gotten what they needed to have because they have been manipulating the weather for years. And God says, stop manipulating the motherfucking weather. It's supposed to be amazing everywhere around the world. Y'all ain't supposed to be going through all these okay colds and sniffling and all this other shit, having these chemicals all up in y'all body and y'all think it's making y'all better. It's fucking us up, baby. And God said, don't we know it? Ain't that the truth? So it says getting married will be the best for you and the family. So a lot of y'all Pisces men need to what? Get married. Y'all really need to settle the fuck down and just find you one and really loving that one. If you could focus on loving that one, if you focus on what she need, what she where she going and all this other stuff, what she liking shit. See, I used to know a nigga, old cat, when I was younger, because when I was younger, I always had these old cats chasing my ass, and I ain't even know about it, boo. But this old cat, he really paid attention to what kind of coffee I liked and everything. He brought my coffee just the way I would like it. And he was like, yeah, that's how you supposed to get it, baby. And all them old cats was doing that shit back in the day. But y'all new old cats, you be like, shit, fuck that shit. Get your ass over here, nigga. I'm trying to talk to you. I was like, damn, nigga, you trying to do what? I said, nigga, you can't even communicate, let alone talk, nigga. And that nigga said, that's what's so fucked up about these niggas that can't communicate. If you can't communicate, you ain't gonna never have what you need in this world. And God told that nigga that he gotta learn how to communicate effectively. And you don't wanna know that shit. Your ass is a part of that non-communicating effectively motherfucker group too. And you wanna act like you ain't? Nigga, you is. Ain't that the truth? Say some words of inspiration to a bitch. And you like, well, that bitch need to fix this and that bitch need to fix that. And why that bitch talking like that? And why that bitch wearing this? And why that bitch order that? Oh my God. See? You sound like a hater of women. You sound like a nigga that's what? Mentally gay. And you didn't like that either. You like that's that bitch that came up with that shit. Fuck you, bitch. How you doing? I know. She crazy. What up, ho? How you doing? And God said, ain't that the truth? It says worried about seeing you in court again. So some of y'all may end up walking in the courtroom just for GP. And you know what? You really make a point to go to a courtroom where you already knew that the judge was fucked up, you knew the bailiff was fucked up, you knew that the court reporter was fucked up. Everybody was on high on methamphetamine, and you could smell it. And you was looking at all of them, and I said, how the fuck y'all gonna prosecute me to the fullest extent of the law, and y'all all got drugs on y'all right now? And they ain't even know what the fuck to say. They was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, they couldn't even keep their thoughts straight. And you really called out these niggas. You like, I know what drugs smell like, and y'all smell like meth. And I think you may be on cocaine because you was sniffling and you had a little pout on your nose last week when I just walked up in here. Some of y'all literally love to go to the courtroom before y'all actually have to be presenting yourself to the courts. And that's what be fucking them up. You be stalking people. And everybody be like, yeah, that nigga been up in here about 18 times. And I think, you know what? We gonna end up, you know what, not prosecuting his ass to the fullest extent of the law. See? And that's how you've won a lot of court cases. Because you have analyzed that a lot of these people been what? Fucking up people on the low and fucking up people outside of the courtroom too. And I say, yeah, that's what these niggas been doing, boo. Misguiding you. So you don't want to tell people that shit. You reunited with your real mother. And you ain't even know that was your real mama. And you really was all up in your real mama guts for years before y'all put it together. And you like, well, yeah, it was something about her that said I wasn't supposed to be up in there. And now you need to really pay attention even further. Because you wasn't supposed to be in somebody else years ago. And you like, yeah, I think that is kind of like my cousin or my sister or something like that. And you like, yeah, that shit wasn't amazing. And your PP saying, that's what the fuck you get, nigga. And God said, ain't that the truth? It says other human beings from different planets are coming to fuck up the ones that want to act like they are different, but they are the same. It says unveiling the truth. So a lot of people are not sure about what niggas is coming, but shit, let me know when they get here, bitch. They gonna fuck it up. They gonna fuck it up, baby. Purple is here. And y'all don't want to tell people that shit. The color purple is very significant in the state of Ohio. And I don't know why Ohio is coming out so much, but shit, They like the niggas is here. And if you go there, shit, the niggas be like, what up, bitch? How you doing? Get your ass over here. And that bitch be like, you get your ass over here, stupid motherfucker. And they be like, shit, she already in love with me already, bitch. Damn. They be like, yeah, she in love with you. And God said, that's how the shit gonna go down, boo. It's gonna be some toxic ass connections, but y'all gonna be in love forever. And that's gonna be amazing here too. The next card it says he slash she. He said he slash she. Okay, knew nothing because they stayed high as hell. It says wasn't paying attention at all here, boo. And that's what someone here needs to know. So even though this bitch is getting this and getting that, that nigga is higher than a motherfucker. And that nigga said, don't he know it? There's so many things that's been going on for years, and when people put that shit out there, they like, yeah, now they know I'm a crackhead. Angel number 1111 is here. And someone is saying, and you are. And they don't even know how to say that shit. That one nigga, okay, send me a message and say, come through. And I came through and got some crack and had to go, boo. See? Elevation ain't key. What's in the mind? It says, sister is hiding family secrets here, boo. Overall energy, it says races against his own people. And one thing that I have realized with Pisces men, y'all are, it's a lot of Pisces men that don't like his own people. And it's kind of catastrophic that shit. I don't know who fucked up that motherfucking grits, but them grits said shit. I don't know what that was, but I'll never do that again. Damn, I would have been so good to you right now here, boo. Sometimes even grits be having their own motherfucking situation going on here too. Take care.